Hello, everybody. Scott Golden here with the Golden Opportunities Coaching YouTube channel. Welcome to those of you who are new. Welcome back to those of you seasoned veterans. What we do around here, is bring about conversations of a psychological, mental health, emotional health paradigm. Actually, no, we discuss pro wrestling from a variety of angles. This is the TNT Tuesday Night Titans show for the 14th of February 1986, and Valentine's Day 1986, not very loving for some people, but very loving for others. Captain Lou Albano comes out and discusses his work with the Multiple Sclerosis Society, which I think that's actually one of the reasons they turned to babyface, to let him do more charitable work and be a bigger vision there. They have a award ceremony of some sort where they talk about the thousands of dollars that they have raised for the foundation, and Lou Albano, who's a guy that I met in the late 90s on a couple of shows, certainly was extremely committed to the process of being there in a good way. And again, we kind of see Captain Lou, um, you know, making some good runs there. Also talking about the Bulldogs eventually going forward, the Dream Team at WrestleMania 2. Then we see Don Morocco goes to Hollywood. Hollywood does not receive Morocco and Fuji well. They basically deny that he has any talent whatsoever. A good segment, but certainly Fuji and Morocco do a good job of playing up the fact that they feel undervalued, underappreciated, and all that good stuff. Just a really interesting segment in terms of the nature of things, as it were, and the sidebar is there. Then we kind of go back to Fuji and Morocco, and I mean, ultimately, this show is more vignettes and hype than any actual wrestling. Security blocks them off from another set, and basically, the whole idea of things is that they are removed, and Fuji and Morocco have to ultimately get some level of value. Then they are denied a Slammy Award. Captain Lou Albano once again hyping the nature of the need for more work with um, the multiple sclerosis thing. Also more Slammy Awards related stuff, and then we see Tito Santana. Tito Santana talking about being in a going into battle with Macho Man Randy Savage and being the Intercontinental Champion. Dr. X and Santana have highlights from a match in at another space, and obviously Santana tries to get the roll up on Dr. X. I don't know that this Dr. X is Danny Davis, but it might very well be. Needless to say, we see Santana, who is your Intercontinental Champion, just for a little while longer. I believe this is actually the day he loses the championship, or very well may be very close to it. I know he loses in February of '86, and maybe it hasn't aired yet. But anyway, Santana is solidly behind in having a good match. Punch kick, side headlock takeover. Santana still very over. The Dr. X thing does hold Santana in a position of kind of running behind, but eventually he hits the flying forearm and gets the victory there. Santana once again talks about Randy Savage among other challengers for the Intercontinental Championship, actually, although I think he's lost it because he does not have the belt in the TNT segment. So then we see poems from Lanny Poffo. Poffo reads a couple of poems, and then we go to a match in progress with him in a enhancement style, and with the Heart Foundations, and of course Poffo hits a few beautiful drop kicks, and then we go back to the run there. Poffo really at this point never really seen as a major guy of huge influence, but still with his brother being the Macho Man Randy Savage, and Vince wanting to keep both brothers happy, keeping the ICW from running still. That's there. Macho Man Randy Savage out with Elizabeth Savage. Highlights from a match of his, including the knee drop on the enhancement talent, and the double axe handle to the outside. Savage is in his prime here. I think Savage 85 through 90, probably one of the best in the world, if not the best in the world, in terms of just in ring stuff. The elevated suplex outside in for Savage gets him a good run there. And of course, Savage hits the top rope elbow drop and gets the victory. Savage complains about having to face George the Animal Steel, not happy about that also. Very protective and obsessive over Elizabeth. Savage not happy by any stretch of the imagination with the idea that somebody is telling him what to do. Basically says he's going to be, and he's even wearing a number one Macho Man jersey, which is amazing for the time. And again, Macho Man Randy Savage brings out uh, the magazine, and then there's flowers given to Elizabeth, and the obviously her being given a gift bothers Savage. Savage is phenomenal here, talking about how she shouldn't open it, shouldn't do anything without his permission. It's just a super, super aggressive promo, and obviously the flowers given by none other than George the Animal Steel. Savage destroys them, and we close the show. We'll be back with more right after this.